And as always, we go with the flow. And oh, it's a special guest, Veronica Kova. Yes, that's right, folks. This is what nepotism looks like. Anyways, so attacker-controlled low-level packet, link layer packet. We said that's attacker-controlled, which means this is attacker-controlled, corrupts the LL length, and then you have to remember which section you're in here, because we've got that, and sure, we've got ACID math, but we are in the other integers section. So what exactly is the other integer issue here? Well, overall, this is some math that is going to corrupt the n, and the n is going to be used as a size in a mem copy, sourcing from the attacker-controlled packet, which of course should make your sploity sense tingle. But what is the root cause of the other issue here? Well, of course, we've got an integer underflow here because ACID math, you can set this to a value less than 6, and consequently subtracting 6 will underflow. But the other integer issue here is integer truncation. So whereas this as a unsigned integer would be a 32-bit value, that is an extremely large thing that's probably going to lead to a crash rather than a successful attacker control, the integer truncation now all of a sudden takes it down to a much more reasonable single byte value. So maximum of FF value to be copied. So right here's doing the math long form, LL attacker controlled value length. So let's say we set it something like 2, and just anything that's less than 6. That's going to be 2 minus 6, so all F's and a C, and then we AND it with FF, and we are down to a nice simple FC for this buffer overflow, stack buffer overflow in the mem copy. So that makes it nice and reasonable to exploit. So what was the fix for this? Well, TI did provide Veronica with a binary patch file, which is how they do patches to their firmware, a patch file for her to review, and she did review it, and she said it looked correct, but unfortunately the researcher didn't make that analysis public in her white paper. Tut tut. So unfortunately, anyone else wanting to go off and look at those fixes would have to go and do a binary diff on the pre- and post-patch release service pack versions listed in the TI advisory.